Imagine a world where a small block of white crystal was more valuable than a mountain of gold. A world where empires rose and fell, not for control of oil, but for this simple, everyday mineral. This is the story of the Sahara Desert, the most brutal trade route in human history, and the commodity that made it all possible: salt. Today, salt is so common we barely think about it. But for millennia, it was a lifeline, a currency, and the driving force behind a civilization that connected continents. Get ready, because the history you're about to learn is going to change the way you see this tiny white crystal forever. The Sahara is more than just a desert. For centuries it was a divide. To the north, in the arid regions of what is now Morocco, Algeria, and Libya, salt was abundant, mined from vast ancient seabeds. But to the south, in the lush, gold-rich kingdoms of West Africa, salt was incredibly scarce. Salt isn't just a flavor enhancer. In a pre-refrigeration world, it was essential for survival. It preserved food, preventing decay in a scorching climate. And most importantly, it was critical for human health, especially for populations that sweated out vital minerals. This imbalance, this epic need for a resource that didn't exist, created an economic vacuum waiting to be filled. And it was filled by the most daring entrepreneurs of the ancient world. The stage was set for the ultimate high-risk, high-reward business venture. The players were the Berber and Tuareg nomads, the masters of the desert. They were the original logistics giants, organizing massive caravans that could number in the thousands of camels. Navigating by the stars and an intimate knowledge of the dunes, they faced blistering heat, sandstorms, and the constant threat of banditry. Their cargo? Slabs of rock salt, cut from immense mines like Tagaza, so large and pure that Ibn Battuta, the famed medieval explorer, reported houses being built with blocks of it. This white gold was then transported south on journeys that could take months. And at the southern end of these routes were the titans of West Africa, the empires of Ghana, Mali, and later, Songhai. These were not primitive kingdoms, they were sophisticated, wealthy, and powerful states, and their power was built on a single, incredible equation: salt for gold. This is where the story gets mind-blowing. In the thriving markets of West Africa, salt wasn't just a commodity, it was currency. For many years, a pound of salt was literally worth a pound of gold. Imagine the fortune held in a single camel's load. Merchants from the north would bring their salt blocks. They would meet with traders from the south who had access to the legendary gold mines of the Sahel. The exchange was often a fascinating ritual known as the silent trade. In a display of profound mutual trust, one group would lay out their salt and retreat. The other would then place their gold dust next to it. If the amount was acceptable, they would take the salt and leave the gold. If not, they'd wait for a new offer. This system, built on honor and desperation, fueled an economy that connected the Mediterranean to the heart of Africa. The salt trade was the lifeblood of these great West African empires. The Empire of Ghana, often called the Land of Gold, taxed every ounce of salt and gold that passed through its borders. When Ghana's power waned, the Mali Empire, under rulers like the fabulously wealthy Mansa Musa, took control. Timbuktu, a city that became synonymous with exotic riches and intellectual pursuit, was built on the back of this trade. But like all empires, their dominance was not permanent. As political power shifted and new sea routes were discovered by Europeans, the trans-Saharan caravan trade began its slow decline. The delicate balance was broken, and the silent trade became a whisper in the wind. The great caravans of gold and salt may be a thing of the past, but their legacy echoes across the Sahara today. Small, isolated caravans still follow the ancient paths, a living museum of a trade that shaped a continent. The Tuareg people still practice the skills of their ancestors, a testament to human resilience and tradition. The story of the ancient salt trade is more than just a history lesson. It's a reminder of how our most basic needs have driven some of the greatest human endeavors. It's a story of ingenuity, survival, and the incredible, often overlooked value of the world's most common mineral. If this journey through the Sahara fascinated you, hit that like button. Every like tells us you want more deep dives into the untold stories of our past. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a new video. What part of this history surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to check out our other videos for more amazing stories you won't find in a textbook. Thanks for watching.